What you're about to watch is a completely raw, basically unedited, and basically uncut version of a Lions fan reaction to this week's game for the Detroit Lions. So if you're a fan of this team and you want to join in on the misery and little bit of optimism that we have, go ahead and join this Detroit Lions community by subscribing right here and hitting that bell notification so you don't miss any of the Michigan sports action. Now, without further ado, here's that reaction that you came for. Enjoy! Alright, here we are. Week 2. Week 2 and we just lost to the Green Bay Packers. Not as frustrated about this one. I know we lost by 21 points when we were only 6.5 point underdogs. But I just saw it coming. I mean, we all saw it coming. I was wishful thinking when I saw we were only underdogs by 6.5 with Trufant out, and Justin Coleman out, and Joe Dahl out, and Halapoulivaati Vata out, and Kenny Golladay out. So I was wishful thinking. But at the end of the day, the Packers have our number. And that's just how it is, pretty much. Especially at Lambeau Field, where we are now 3-23 in our last 26 attempts. So we are dreadful at that stadium. Crowd or no crowd, COVID or no COVID, we sucked there. Some of the stat lines today, Matt Stafford went 20 for 33 for 244 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. But that 1 interception was a pick 6 on a very bad throw, pressure or not. It was a terrible throw, and in a time where we were already losing grip of the game, that was pretty much the thing that sealed our fate at that moment. That was a bad decision, and he has done great this season. Or I wouldn't say great, he's done well, but in times where it matters most, he threw that costly interception last week against the Bears, and forced it into coverage when we could have punted and made Mitch Trubisky go the length of the field. This time around, he gives up a pick 6 and does us in. The running game, only 21 carries on the day because we were down most of the game. That's understandable, but we also were up 14-3. So maybe we needed to have some more carries. Adrian Peterson led the way with 7 carries for 41 yards, 5.9 yards per carry average, but only 89 yards total on the ground. And here's the big factor. The Packers had 259 rushing yards. Going into this game, if you were concerned as a Lions fan, you were concerned because Justin Coleman was out at one cornerback position and Desmond Trufant was out on the other quarterback position. So our concern, reasonably so, was Aaron Rodgers torching this defense and Davante Adams having an absolute field day the way he did last week when the Packers scored 43 points against the Vikings, a good defense, something we're not. So with those 2 cornerbacks out, that would have been the way that you think it would have gone. But instead, we gave up 259 rushing yards. Aaron Jones had 168 for 2 touchdowns. He also received the ball well for 4 grabs for 68 yards and a touchdown. Williams had 8 carries for 63 yards, so he averaged 7.9 per. Aaron Jones averaged 9.3 per a carry. You cannot get torched against the run. And this is already very alarming for the Detroit Lions because in week 1, I'd have to look back on what the rush stats were. But I do know this. I know the average yards per carry were very good for Montgomery, Tariq Cohen, Cordell Patterson. They were good. So it's very alarming. We cannot stop the run, obviously. Obviously. And when you can't stop the run, it's kind of a big deal in the NFL. In this game, we went up 14-3. By no means did I think we had it locked away. It's the Packers. I knew they were going to come back. The ease at which they came back is a problem, though. They were down 14-10 right before the half. We could ill afford to give up a touchdown. And that's one of the worst things about being a Lions fan is that when you can ill afford for something to happen, it's going to happen. We're going to give it up. But we give it up in dramatic fashion. We give up 30 yards of penalty, just free and 30 yards to Aaron Rodgers. He don't need help. He don't need any more help than what he's already getting. So we go down 17-14 at the half. Fine. Fine. Sucks. My buddy Phil and I discussed it during the broadcast of the game. Is that to go down at the half after the half that we've played, which was a good first half, would be very demoralizing. That was the worst case scenario. If we gave up a field goal there, we're still at 14-13, still in good shape. If we didn't give up anything and stopped them on third downs when we needed to, we go up 14-10 and we're in bright spirits. But what do we do to start the second half off? We give up a 75-yard, down the gut, touchdown run to Aaron Jones. And let's be real here, Lions fans. When that happened, we knew the game was over. Because we knew that even if we did make a comeback, which Matt Stafford has been known to do, but usually fall short in the end, we would do just that. We would fall short in the end. But in this game, we didn't even come back. We didn't even really have any real effort. Stafford threw the pick six, and it was all she wrote. Now we're 0-2. We're 0-2. And all of a sudden, guess what? It's a must-win situation against Arizona at Arizona. And this is not our typical Arizona matchup. This time around, they have DeAndre Hopkins, who might very well be the best receiver in the league, if not definitely a top 3 receiver in the league. And we are depleted, absolutely depleted at the secondary position, in the secondary as a whole. We're not going to stop DeAndre Hopkins. We're not going to stop Kyler Murray. We're not going to stop Kenyon Drake. We're not going to stop any of these guys. We're in trouble. I'd like to believe that we're going to beat the Arizona Cardinals, and I will let you know soon in my preview video. Make sure you check that out. In fact, in general, if you're a Lions fan, make sure you subscribe right here and follow all the Detroit Lions, Detroit Pistons, Detroit Tigers, and Michigan Wolverines action. I'm not typically this negative, but I'm also a realist when I need to be. So we'll see what I say in my preview video about that. The Cardinals are, of course, a team we can beat, but it's a pretty even matchup as a whole. Then after that, the reason why I say it's a must-win situation is after that we play against the Saints. And historically, and really especially as of recent, we cannot beat Drew Brees and the Saints. So yes, we are in a must-win situation because we'll lose against the Saints. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if we don't win this game, we're looking at an 0-4 finish. And all of a sudden, in a season where maybe we can squeak into the playoffs, just maybe, we're looking at, should we tank again so that we can get a good draft pick? Some fans don't think that way. I kind of do, to be honest with you. Because I've already seen what the Lions do with average draft picks. So that wraps up this week of my review and my reaction, my instant reaction against the Green Bay Packers. Again, if you're a Lions fan, make sure you join this channel. I'll be doing this every week. I'll be doing a lot of things every week that are Lions related. And Michigan soon, because we do have a season for the Michigan Wolverines. Can't wait for that. So we'll see what happens. Alright, Lions. It's getting real here. It's kind of do or die. You're at Arizona next week. 2 even teams. No real home field advantage. Can you get the W? We'll see. Let me know what y'all think about this game in general against the Packers. Let me know your comments below. Let me know how you feel about that game against the Cardinals. And until then, I'll see you guys soon. Got some more stuff coming out for you. We'll see you then.